Yahweh's commandment is everything you need in this life, in this very life. Yes, number one, some people will say, but he said the son of Yahuwah is everything you need. Yes, Yahuwah's son is Yahusha. And Yahusha is the word, the Daba of Yahuwah that spoke the commandment to life. It's the Daba of Yahuwah that created all beings. Yahuwah is Yahuwah, and Yahuwah has the word. Yahuwah voice, the way I'm talking right now, you can hear the word, my words. Yahuwah's word, Yahuwah's talking is Yahusha. Yes. So it's not said, Yahusha is not separated from Yahuwah. Yahuwah is all. It is full, complete. You see, Yahuwah is everything that you need. The commandment of Yahuwah is everything that you need. Just for example, in the beginning of creation, when Yahuwah created man in this arat, this earth, He gave man, the man that He created, everything that He created. He said, you have dominion over all that is here. That's what He told the man in the first part of His creation. The first man that He created in this arat, which is Adam. Yahuwah told Adam, He said, you have everything here that I created, this whole arat, which they translate to earth, that I created. Yahuwah is talking to Adam right now. He said, everything is yours except this one. That's where Yahuwah want to give His command. He said, I command you now, this very one now, don't touch. I created you and I'm giving you this command. Take everything, but don't touch this one. That's Yahuwah's first commandment. That's Yahuwah's first command to man. Don't touch this one. You can take every other thing, but this very one that is here, don't touch this one. And the day you touch it, you will die. That's the judgment of the commandment that Yahuwah gave to Adam. He said, the day you touch this, you will die. Now, He has commanded Adam that don't touch, and He has given His judgment towards the command that He has given to Adam. So it's your choice now to disobey Yahuwah's command and receive the judgment that goes with the disobedience of the judgment. But when you obey Yahuwah's command, then you will receive the joy and all the fullness of all that Yahuwah has created for you to enjoy. Yes. The scripture said in Matthew chapter 6 verse 33, Yahushua said, seek the kingdom of Yahuwah and His righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. Just very small thing that you need to do. Very small thing that you need to do. Just your small thing that you need to do is just seeking Yahuwah's kingdom. Because Yahuwah's kingdom have His rules and His regulations. Yahuwah's kingdom have His commandments. There's a rule. There's no kingdom on this earth that you will go that there's no rules and regulation. No. Yahuwah's kingdom have His rules. Yahuwah's kingdom have His regulation. So you must seek Yahuwah's kingdom. That's what Yahushua said to you. He said, seek first the kingdom of Yahuwah and Yahuwah's righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. Like as Yahuwah told Adam, He said, come, everything is for you, but don't touch this one. You must follow the law of Yahuwah for you to enjoy everything that He has said is for you. Yes. Without you following the commandment of Yahuwah, you cannot take the beauty, you cannot take the joy, you cannot take the peace of mind that He has programmed for you to live by. You cannot. You will not have that peace of mind. No. That's why you need to focus on His commandment, so that every other thing will be added unto you. The commandment is His law in the kingdom that Yahushua said you should seek first. Yes. Toda Rabba Yahuwah, Ba'asham Yahusha. People who forsake Yahuwah's commandments, that's this very message. The people who forsake Yahuwah's commandment, like Adam forsook Yahuwah's command that he gave to him, that don't touch, and you see what happened to him. Let's see another example of the person, another example of who forsake Yahuwah's commandment, and let's see what happened to him at the end of the day. Told the Rabbi Yahuwah. Shamuel. I'm going to read from the book of Shamuel, chapter 15, verse 1 to 29. He said, one day Shamuel said to Shaul. Shaul is the one that is King Saul, the one they call Saul in the present Deception Bible that they miss the names to package the people. He said, one day Shamuel said to Shaul, it was Yahuwah who told me to anoint you as king. Shamuel is a Nabim. Nabim is what they translate to prophet. Shamuel is telling King Shaul, he said, it was Yahuwah. He said, one day Shamuel said to Shaul, it was Yahuwah who told me to anoint you as king of his people, Yasharal. Now, listen to this message from Yahuwah. He first of all remind Shaul, King Shaul, that this king that you are enjoying is Yahuwah that told me as Yahuwah's servant. Shamuel is a Nabim. Nabim is what they translate to prophets. He says, Yahuwah that told me that I should anoint you as a king to his people Yasharal. Verse 2. This is what Yahuwah Sabaoth has declared. I have decided to settle accounts with the nation of Amalek for opposing Yasharal when they came from Mizraim. Mizraim is what the system of this world translates to Egypt today. That is in this Bible, that is in everybody's hand. Egypt is Mizraim. We're going to be well, the truth is what matters, not what people know. Because if we are not putting the truth in the right context, then people will not know it. So that's why we need to put the truth in the right place that it's supposed to be, so that people will be knowing gradually and be coming out of the deception that they are in. He said, this is what Yahuwah Sabaoth has declared. I have decided to settle account with the nation of Amalek for opposing Yasharal when they came from Mizraim. Verse 3, he said, now go and completely destroy the entire Amalek nation. Men, women, children, cattle, sheep, goats, camel, and donkey. It is a specific instruction. That's why Yahuwah told Adam, he said, do everything, you can touch everything here. He said, but this very one, don't touch. This is what Yahuwah is telling Shaul now, through his servant Shamuel, the Nabim. He's telling King Shaul now go to completely destroy the entire Amalek nation. Why did Yahuwah say you should go and destroy the Amalek nation? Let's go back to the verse 2. He said, this is what Yahuwah Sabaoth has declared. I have decided to settle account with the nation of Amalek. He said, for opposing Yasharal when they came from Mizraim. This is the reason why Yahuwah is going, he's sending his message through his servant Shamuel the Nabim. He sent him to go and meet the one that he anointed as King Shaul. He said, now I have anointed you king, I have given you authority. Use that same authority that I have anointed you with. Go and settle this account with these people for disturbing your ancestors when they were coming out of the land of Mizraim, where they were in bondage. He said, this is what Yahuwah Sabaoth has declared. I have decided to settle account with the nation of Amalek for opposing Yasharal when they came from Mizraim. Verse 3. He said, now go and completely destroy the entire Amalek nation. Men 1, women 2, children 3, babies 4, cattle 5, sheep 6, goats 7, camels 8, and donkey 9. All that means everything that lives in that Amalek nation, destroy all. Say, go and completely destroy all. That's the instruction. Completely destroy all. Then let's see how the one that he gave the instruction to, what happened. What happened? He said, so Shaul mobilized his army at Talim. There were 200,000 soldiers from Yasharal and 10,000 men from Yehuda. Then Shaul and his army went to a town of Amalek and lay in wait in the valley. Now Shaul is executing the instruction now that Yahuwah said, go and completely destroy everything, not leave one, all, destroy all. Then Shaul and his army went to a town of the Amalek and lay in wait in the valley. Then Shaul sent his warning to the Canaanites, move away from where the Amalek live, or you will die with them. For you showed kindness to all the people of Yasharal when they came up from Mizraim. So the Canaanites packed up and left. Verse 7. Then Shaul slaughtered the Amalek nation from Avila all the way to Shur, east of Mizraim. He slaughtered them. He's not carrying out the instruction now. Let's see how it carries out the instruction. How the instruction fight? Well, if you have done what Yahuwah programmed him to do, is it carried in? Now he has started slaughtering them. Verse 7 says, then Shaul slaughtered the Amalek nation from Avila all the way to Shur, east of Mizraim. Mizraim is what they translate to Egypt. Verse 8. He said he captured Agag, the Amalek king. Then Shaul now captured Agag, the Amalek king. Now, as read with me, right? Read as I'm reading now. Just read with me. We've started the reading before now, and you see where we are now. You remember when Yahuwah said, kill all the men, the women, the children, the cattle, everything. Then now, Shaul is doing his own choice now. He said, then Shaul captured Agag, the Amalek king, but completely destroyed everyone else. Shaul and his men spared Agag's life and kept the best of the sheep and the goats, the cattle and the fat calves, and the lambs, everything in fact that appealed to them. They destroyed only what was worthless or of poor value. They destroyed only what was worthless or of poor value. Let's go back to where Yahuwah gave so that now Yahuwah has given him his own, that do this. Then let's see in the verse 3 what Yahuwah told him to do in the verse 3. Verse 3, he said, now go and completely destroy the entire Amalek nation, men, women, children, babies, cattle, sheep, goats, camels, and donkeys. Then let's see what Shaul did now. Shaul now did his own. Shaul and his men spared Agag's life. Yahuwah said, destroy all the men, everybody, and keep, he said, and kept the best of the sheep and goats, the cattle, the fat calves, and the lamb, everything in fact that appealed to them. They destroyed only what was worthless or of poor value. Then verse 10. Then Yahuwah Daba to Shamuel. That's Yahuwah Daba. That's Yahuwah's word came to Shamuel, the Nabi. The word came alive to him. Yahuwah's Daba. He said, then Yahuwah Daba to Shamuel. I greatly regret that I ever made Shaul king. He said, I greatly regret that I ever made Shaul king, for he has not been loyal to me and has refused to obey my command. Remember Yahuwah's command to Adam, that's eat everything, but don't touch this. Now Shaul, now look at this one. This one is different area. He said, I greatly regret that I ever made Shaul king, for he has not been loyal to me and has refused to obey my command. Shamuel was so deeply moved when he heard this that he cried out to Yahuwah all night. He was moved. Just small instruction. Then verse 12. Early the next morning, Shamuel went to find Shaul. Someone told him Shaul went to the town of Carmel So set up a monument to himself. Then he went, Shamuel the Nabim went on to Gilgal. When Shamuel finally found him, which is Shaul greeted him cheerfully. May Yahuwah barak you, he said. I have carried out Yahuwah's command. Are you sure you really carried out Yahuwah's command? Ask yourself today, now that you are where you are you following Yahuwah's command? Are you carrying Yahuwah's command out presently in this life? Are you sure what you are doing presently is what Yahuwah tells you to do? Are you sure you are seeking the kingdom of Yahuwah and his righteousness presently? Are you sure? Ask yourself. Because Shaul now was now saying it to himself that he has carried out Yahuwah's command. Are you really sure? Is your mind, have you get to find out, is this really what Yahuwah want me to do in this life that I am in? Am I really doing what Yahuwah want me to do? Like what Yahuwah wants King Shaul to do. He wants him to destroy everything that is in Amalek nation. Everything. Then Shaul now went to do his own. He spared the things that are have value. He went to do his own mind, his own choice. Because Yahuwah give all man the ability to make your choice. But your choice has repercussion. Just know that from today. The choice that you make in this life have repercussion. If you follow the right choice that Yahuwah wants you to follow, there is a baraka for you at the end of the day. Baraka is what they translate, the evil people translate to blessings. There's a baraka for you at the end of the day when you follow the right choice of Yahuwah. There will be peace of mind for you. There will be joy and happiness for you. But when you follow your own choice, your choice will be your tormentor. Your choice will be your own defeat, your own downfall, your own problem that you will never understand. So from this day, let this scripture that we're reading, let it give you guideline to find out what Yahuwah really wants you to do in this life, in this arat. So that you will focus on your purpose in this arat. Because your purpose in this life is to focus in Yahuwah only. That means Yahuwah's kingdom and his righteousness. Nothing else. Verse 13. He said, when Shamuel finally found him, Shaul greeted him cheerfully. May Yahuwah barak you. This is what the evil system translates to bless. He said, may Yahuwah barak you. He said, I have carried out Yahuwah's command. Verse 14. Then what is all the bleating of sheep and goats, the lowing of cattle I hear? Shamuel demand. Because Shamuel is the one that brought the command from Yahuwah to give to Shaul. So Shamuel is aware of the command. Then Shamuel asking, then what is all the bleating of sheep and goats and the lowing of cattle I hear? Shamuel demand. It is true that the army spared. Now King Shaul now is now replying to Shamuel the Nabim. Nabim is what they translate to prophet, remember, in this system. He said, it is true that the army spared the best of the sheep, goats and cattle. Shamuel admitted, but they are going to sacrifice them to Yahuwah your Yahuwah. He said it is true that the army that you, the King Shaul, you are the head of the army and you are the one that Yahuwah gave his command to. You are supposed to carry out Yahuwah's command. You are not supposed to follow any distraction, any side word that somebody you will be afraid because of what people will say or what this person will do. You will not disobey Yahuwah's command. Yahuwah's command is life eternal. He said it is true that the army spared the best of the sheep, goats and cattle. Shaul admitted, but they are going to sacrifice them to Yahuwah your Yahuwah. We have destroyed everything else. Then Shamuel said to Shaul, King Shaul, stop and listen to what Yahuwah told me last night. Don't say anything again. Your judgment has been passed already. He said, then Shamuel said to Shaul, stop and listen to what Yahuwah told me last night. What did he tell you? Shaul asked. And Shamuel told him, Although you may think little of yourself, are you not the leader of the tribe of Yasharah? Let's read verse 15. It is true that the army spared the best of the sheep, the goats, and the cattle, Shamuel admitted, but they are going to sacrifice them to Yahuwah your Yahuwah. We have destroyed everything else. Then Shamuel told him, although you may think little of yourself, are you not the leader of the tribe of Yasharah? Yahuwah has anointed you the king of Yasharah, and Yahuwah sent you on a mission. Yahuwah that anoints you the king of Yasharah is same Yahuwah that sent you on a mission. And Yahuwah sent you on a mission and told you, go and completely destroy the sinners, the nation Amalek, until they are all dead. Until they are all dead. All dead. That is the mission. Not for you to select the fat ones. Not for you to select the good ones and destroy the other bad ones. No. All dead. Not for you to say, okay, this one never reached to die. No, there is a command that all should be dead. Verse 19. He said, why haven't you obeyed Yahuwah? Why did you rush for the plunder and do what was evil in Yahuwah's sight? The plunder that you rushed to go get, those are things that you still, if you have in abundance in your own kingdom, you have them here. You have them. You have them. You still went to, because of what that does not matter. You went to disobey the Creator's command in your life. The Creator's will is to destroy all of them to die. Destroy all. He said, why haven't you obeyed Yahuwah? Why did you rush for the plunder and do what was evil in Yahuwah's sight? He said, but I did obey Yahuwah. Shaul insisted. I carried out the mission he gave me. I brought back King Agag. Did Yahuwah say bring Agag? You say you obey Yahuwah. Did Yahuwah say you should bring Agag? He said until they are all dead. He said, but I did obey Yahuwah. Shaul insisted. I carried out the mission Yahuwah gave him. Say, I carried out the mission Yahuwah gave me. I brought back King Agag, but I destroyed everyone else. Verse 21. Then my troop brought in the best of the sheep, goats, cattle, and plunder to sacrifice to Yahuwah your Yahuwah in Gilgal. Look at him. Did Yahuwah send you that? Did Yahuwah say need no sacrifice? He said until they are all dead. That's what Yahuwah need. That was the sacrifice that you need to do. The sacrifice you are doing now is you are doing it the wrong way, because Yahuwah, if you carry that Yahuwah's command, is the highest sacrifice. Yes, the highest sacrifice that you will do to Yahuwah, that Yahuwah will give you baraka with, will barak you after you are finished, is when you carry that his command, what he said you should do. Carry that. That's the major sacrifice to Yahuwah. Yes. Don't find anything that you want to do with your mind. No, it's what Yahuwah wants you to do. That is his sacrifice to him. When you carry that Yahuwah's will and his command, you have done the sacrifice to Yahuwah. That is the word to you today. Just know that. Your own will and your own purpose does not. Your own will does not matter. It's Yahuwah's will and his purpose. That's what you have to focus on, and that's what you need to do. Verse 22. But Shammah replied, what is more pleasing to Yahuwah, your burnt offering and sacrifice, or your obedience to Yahuwah? He said, what is more pleasing to Yahuwah? That's what I just said. What is more pleasing to Yahuwah? Is it your burnt offering? But Shammah replied, what is more pleasing to Yahuwah, your burnt offering and sacrifice, or your obedience to Yahuwah? Your burnt offerings and sacrifice. Yeah, I want to go and give Yahuwah this. I want to do this. Is it those is that what is pleasing to Yahuwah? You are pleasing your own conscience. It's not Yahuwah that you are pleasing. No. Yahuwah's will is His command for you is his plea. When you carry out his command, that's when you please Yahuwah. He said, but Shamuel replied, what is more pleasing to Yahuwah, your burnt offering and sacrifice, or your disobedience to Yahuwah? He said, to all your disobedience to Yahuwah's voice. Listen, obedience is better than sacrifice. Obeying Yahuwah's command is better than sacrificing anything, your rubbish sacrifice. Obeying Yahuwah's command is better than any kind of sacrifice that you want to do. It does not matter. Obeying Yahuwah's command is what matters. In this life, in this arat, when you obey Yahuwah's command, that's when you know that you have done what matters in this life. Obey Yahuwah's command is what matters. Yahusha said, seek Yahuwah's command. He said, seek the kingdom of Yahuwah and Yahuwah's righteousness. Doing the things of Yahuwah rightly, the way I've told you to do them. That's the righteousness of Yahuwah. Carrying out Yahuwah's command is the righteousness of Yahuwah. He said, but Shamuel replied, what is more pleasing to Yahuwah, your burnt offering and sacrifice, or your obedience to Yahuwah, to Yahuwah's voice, or your obedience to Yahuwah's voice? Listen, obedience is better than sacrifice, and submission is better than offering the fat of ram. Verse 23. He said, rebellion is as sinful as witchcraft. Rebellion, because you rebel against Yahuwah. You rebel when you are not doing Yahuwah's command. You are a rebel. Yahuwah told Adam, he said, you take all, you have dominion over every other thing, but this very one, you don't have anything. This one not concern you, but every other thing concern you. Take all, take charge. What you don't know. He told Adam, this one is not your concern. But at the end of the day, it's the one that Yahuwah told him not to concern about, even though your wife, the wife that Yahuwah gave to you from you, the woman that came out of you, will not be the one to tell you what to do, and you will not go against Yahuwah. The both people, the Shamuel said is his army. Adam said is a woman. Then you must not blame anybody. Salvation is personal. You see, the scripture says, work out your own salvation. Work it out yourself. Don't blame anybody. It's because of this person. The army brought the army. It's because of my army. Yahuwah sent you, not the army. It's you. Follow the obedience. Be obedience to Yahuwah's command. He said, rebellion is as sinful as witchcraft, and stubbornness as bad as worshipping idols. So, because you have rejected the command of Yahuwah, and you have done your choice, and you have done your choice, he said, because you have rejected, rebellion is sinful as witchcraft, and stubbornness as bad as worshipping idols. So because you have rejected the command of Yahuwah and you have done your choice, Yahuwah has also rejected you as king. You rejected the command of Yahuwah and done your own choice. Now Yahuwah has rejected you also. Yes. You see, Yahuwah has rejected you as king also. Verse 24. Then Shaul admitted to Shamuel, yes, I have sinned. I have disobeyed your instructions and Yahuwah's command, for I was afraid of the people and did what they demand. You are afraid of the people. You are not. He said, fear only Yahuwah that you will fear. Nobody else. Nobody. You are afraid of the people. Then man, this is what is happening. Because what people want to talk, what people will say that fills your head. Fuck anything that anybody wants to say. As far as Yahuwah did not demand that, enough is what Yahuwah demand that matters. Yahuwah's purpose in life, in my life, is what I will focus on. Yahuwah's purpose in my life is what I will focus on. Yahuwah's purpose in your life is what you are supposed to focus on. Is what you must focus on. Not suppose, is what you must focus on. Verse 25. He said, but now please forgive my sins. Shamuel is not pleading, because it refused to focus on the purpose of the instructions of Yahuwah. Now you don't beg. You are not begging. He said, but now please forgive my sins and come back with me so that I may worship Yahuwah. But Shamuel replied, I will not go back with you, since you have rejected Yahuwah's command. He has rejected you as king of Yasharah. He says, since you have rejected Yahuwah's command, Yahuwah has rejected you as king of Yasharah. He said, as Shamuel turned to go, Shaul tried to, come back. Tried to hold Shamuel, tried to hold him back and tore the hem of his robe. As Shamuel turned to go, King Shaul tried to hold Shamuel back and tore the hems of his robe. And Shamuel said to him, Yahuwah has torn the kingdom of Yasharah from you today and has given it to someone else, one who is better than you. If you think it's only you that can carry that command, don't worry. If you don't carry out the command of Yahuwah, Yahuwah will raise somebody else to take over and do his will. And he who is the kabad of Yasharah will not lie. That's Yahuwah that is the kabad of Yasharah. Yahuwah that is the beauty of Yasharah will not lie. And he who is the kabad of Yasharah will not lie, nor will he change his mind. For Yahuwah, you see, for he who is the kabad of Yasharah will not lie, nor will Yahuwah change his mind. For Yahuwah is not human that he should change his mind. It is done. You have your own will pass. Like as Yahuwah gave Adam, he said, the day you touch, you die. And that was what happened. That's why people die today, because of disobedience. Obedience matters a lot in this life. Obeying Yahuwah's daba, his word, his command, matters a lot for you. You need to focus on Yahuwah. To ask yourself, search it out in the scriptures. Very soon, the scriptures that is coming will be very much available in all downloading platforms. You will have access to the true scriptures of Yahuwah, the true Paleo-Hebrew scriptures of Yahuwah, you know, or with all the books completed in it. Yaram Yahu is the one, the system of this word translated to Jeremiah. Yaram chapter 17, verse 5 to 10. He said, this is what Yahuwah Daba, and this is what Yahuwah has Daba, has proclaimed, has pronounced. Cursed are those who put their trust in men humans. Cursed are those, like what Shaul did, because of the fear of men humans. Let's read it again. Then Shaul admitted to King Shamuel, yes, I have sinned. I have disobeyed your instruction from Yahuwah and Yahuwah's command, for I was afraid of the people and did what they demand. Because you are afraid of the people and did what they demand. He said, this is what Yahuwah Daba. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts away from Yahuwah. Verse 6. He said, they are like stunted straw in the desert, with no hope for the future. They will live in the barren wilderness, in an uninhabited salty land. Verse 7. But Barak are those who trust in Yahuwah and have made Yahuwah their hope and confidence. If you trust in Yahuwah, you will not disobey Yahuwah. Let your full mind, your soul, your heart and your mind be constantly stick to Yahuwah, because that is what matters. He said, but Barak are those who trust in Yahuwah and have made Yahuwah their hope and confidence. Verse 8. They are like trees planted along a river bank, with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by the heat, worries by the long months of drought. Their leaves stay green and they never stop producing fruits. When you trust in Yahuwah, Yahuwah will Barak. Say, but Barak are those who trust in Yahuwah and have made Yahuwah their hope and confidence. He said they are like trees planted along a riverbank with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by the heat or worried by the long months of drought. Their leaves stayed green and they never stop producing fruits. Verse 9, he said, the human heart is the most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. He said, the human heart is most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? But Yahuwah, verse 10, he said, but I, Yahuwah, searches all hearts and examines secret motives. I give all people their due rewards according to what their action deserve. Like what Shaul did, Yahuwah gave him his reward because his action deserved that reward that Yahuwah gave him. He took the kingdom from him. Told Rabbi Yahuwah, don't allow Yahuwah to give you the reward of your disobedience. Let the reward that Yahuwah will give you is the reward of your obedience, which is life eternal. There's nothing like when you live, when your hope is in Yahuwah. Everything that you need is settled. You will be living the day to day with joy and peace of mind. Even though there's money, there will be peace. Even though there's no money with you, there will be peace. If there's money, there will be peace. If there's no money, there will be peace. So there's nothing that can steal your peace of mind. Nothing. When you trust in Yahuwah, nothing can steal your peace of mind. Mark chapter 7, verse 5 to 9. This is what Yahushua said concerning what we have been reading all this while. They're focusing on Yahuwah's commandment, but you now, when Yahuwah gives his command, you as a man, as a human being that you are supposed to follow, you now as a child of Yahuwah, that you say you are following Yahuwah, you say you are obeying Yahuwah publicly, but you know in your heart that you have done something wrong. Let's read. Mark chapter 7, verse 5 to 9. He said, and the Pharisees and the teachers of religious law asked Yahushua. That's the one put in the in there is Yahushua. They asked Yahushua, why don't your disciples follow the age-old tradition? They eat without first performing the hand-washing ceremony. So Yahushua replied, you hypocrite, Yashayahu, which the Hebrew system translate to Isaiah. Yashayahu was right when he prophesied about you, for he wrote, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. You see, you honor Yahuwah with your lip, but your heart is not there. It's your heart, it's your heart that matters. Then verse 7, he said, their worship is a force. Their worship is false. Is false. That means your worship is false worship. For they teach man-made ideas as commandments from Yahuwah. They teach man-made ideas as commandments from Yahuwah. Many people that still use Yahuwah's name today, you are still teaching man-made ideas as commandments from Yahuwah. Focus on Yahuwah's truths. Yes, Yahuwah's people are few, but some of the few ones that are inside, they are still teaching man-made ideas. The scripture has already told us, many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. The chosen ones are the ones that focus on Yahuwah's command and carry out Yahuwah's will. Because Yahushua has told us, he says, seek first the kingdom of Yahuwah Aluah and Yahuwah's righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. He said their worship is a force, for they teach man-made idea as commandment from Yahuwah. Verse 8. He said, for you ignore Yahuwah's law and substitute your own command, your own tradition. You ignore Yahuwah's law and you substitute for your own tradition. Verse 9. Then Yahushua said, you have skillfully sidestepped Yahuwah's laws in order to hold on to your own tradition. You have skillfully, with your own man-made rubbish idea, you are sidestep Yahuwah. It's yourself. You cannot, no human being can sidestep Yahuwah's command, because it comes back for you. It comes back for you. You that make the wrong choice on your life, the commandment that you have made, that you have gone against, this is Yahushua that is talking to you, the Daba of Yahuwah. Yahusha is his commandment. Yahusha is the commandment of Yahuwah. Yes, that's why Yahusha is the only way, because Yahusha is the commandment, is the law of Yahuwah, is the law. This law, the 10 commandment is Yahusha. Yes. Verse 8, he said, you ignore Yahuwah's command, you ignore Yahuwah's law and substitute your own tradition. And verse 9, the Yahusha said, you have skillfully sidestepped Yahuwah's laws in order to hold onto your own tradition. You see? Shamut. Shamut is the one the system of this word translated to Exodus. Shamut chapter 26 verse 2 to 4. Let's see Yahuwah's law that he has given to us. That people have sidestepped Yahuwah's law. They kick Yahuwah's law in one side, and they hold on to their sun worship, the venerable day of the sun worship. We change the name of Yahuwah. Nobody can change the name of Yahuwah. It's yourself that you are doing. Yes, deceiving people that they are worshiping the creator of life, whereas they are worshiping demons. They are worshiping the devil himself, the devil that is Gadriel, that they are prevailed to later God. That's what they are worshiping. God is the devil. Yahuwah is Yahuwah. Yahuwah is not God. Yahuwah is not Lord. Yes, Yahuwah is not Lord. Yahuwah is not God. Yahuwah is Yahuwah, the creator of life, and his title is Aluah. So Yahuwah is my Aluah. It's a must that you must say Yahuwah is your Aluah, because if you not say Yahuwah is your Aluah, you have not received him. Yahuwah must be your Aluah. It must be, he said, I am Yahuwah, your Aluah. That means I am Yahuwah, your Almighty One. He said, you must keep my Shabbat and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahuwah. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land will yield an increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruits. If you keep Yahuwah's commandment, the Shabbat day is one of the most important commandments to Yahuwah. It's a sign between you and Yahuwah. Shazayon is what the system of this word translates to Revelation. Shazayon chapter 22 verse 14. He said Barak. Barak is what they translate to blessed. He said Barak are those who do Yahuwah's commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gate into the city. Barak are those who do Yahuwah's commandments. When you do Yahuwah's commandment, you are Barak, and you will have the right to enter the gates to the tree of life. That tree of life that Yahuwah has programmed from the beginning of creation. He said when you keep Yahuwah's commandment. Now if Adam kept Yahuwah's commandment, the tree of life would have been his heritage today. Now Yahuwah has given us opportunity again through Yahusha, our Messiah, the Daba of Yahuwah. Yahusha is the Daba of Yahuwah. Yahuwah has given us a direct access to himself again through Yahusha, that when we keep his commandments, you will have the right to the tree of life that Adam missed from the creation of the world. So I pray for you today that you will keep the commandment of Yahuwah. You will do the commandment of Yahuwah. You will seek the kingdom of Yahuwah first in your life, and every other thing in this earth that men are pursuing day to day, all will pursue you, and they will be added unto you in free course without stress. That's what will happen when you keep Yahuwah's commandment. Everything that you are struggling for today, you will not struggle for them. They will come in free course for you. So that's my prayer. Be focused on the commandment of Yahuwah. Don't be like Shaul, that Yahuwah gave a specific instruction, a specific command, and he went because of distraction of the fatlings, and he went to carry out his own mind. Focus on Yahuwah's commandment. Let Yahuwah's commandment be your purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to focus in Yahuwah's direct laws, his truth, nothing else. So keep Yahuwah's word in your heart, and you grow and live by them. Tudaraba Yahuwah, Ba'asham Yahusha. Let the name of Yahuwah only be praised.